Sumingalo Yangalo. It is time for blessing. Today we are celebrating Kathina robe offering ceremony. I would like to explain to you briefly the meaning of Kathina, the meanings of robe offering. Kathina means firmness, stability, and durability, because it has the power of providing the 5 privileges for eligible monks for the ensuing 5 months. Kathina robe offering is a special donation performed only one time on one day during 1 month in 1 year in one monastery. At one time, Buddha was residing at Jetavana Monastery in Savatthi in Paviyaka or Pattaya state. He gave permission to perform Kathina because of the 30 Bhattavaggiya monks. These 30 monks were related as half-brothers with the same father, but different mothers to King Kosala of Savatthi. Previous time they were princes. One day these 30 princes went on merrymaking in a forest. Like nowadays, you go to the forest for merrymaking or picnic. At that time, one prince who was unmarried brought along a courtesan. When these 30 princes were drunk, that courtesan stole their valuables and ran away. While that lady stole their valuables and ran away, these 30 princes were searching for that woman. They happened to come near the Buddha in the Uluwera forest and asked Buddha, Api Bande Bhagawa Ekan 18 Paseya. Bande, most noble blessed one, did you see a woman passing by? They asked Buddha. You may think they were very rude. How come they can ask the Buddha, the woman, woman? But they are not Buddhists. They don't know the Buddha. Just they put the name Bhagawa. Bhagawa means the just ordinary blessed one. They they put this ones. So they asked Buddha, did you see a woman passing by? So when they asked Buddha, did you see a woman passing by? And Buddha asked them, why are you searching for the woman? And these 30 princes told him their story the lady stole their valuables and ran away in the forest. Then Buddha asked these 30 princes, which one is more noble among the two pursuits, the search for the woman or the search for oneself? So Buddha asked this question. There are two kinds of missing yourself and missing other people, missing women. And there are two pursuits. Pursuit for yourself and pursuit for women or pursuit for others. So which is more important? So to missing, you need to remember missing yourself and missing other people. So to missing, can you follow me? Two kinds of missing. Two kinds of missing. Missing yourself, missing other people. Two kinds of missing. Missing yourself, missing other people. Two missing and two pursuits. Follow me. Two pursuits. Missing for your pursuit for yourself, pursuit for other people. Two kinds of pursuits. Pursuit for yourself, pursuit for other people. So two missing and two pursuits. Buddha pointed this. So now they are missing. They are missing. The missing is missing woman. But here Buddha pointed out. Buddha pointed out, if there is missing, which is more important, pursuit for yourself or pursuit for other people? What Buddha asked this point is very deep. So in samsara, we have more pursuits of others. We do not pursue for ourselves. Actually, missing for ourselves is the most important. We don't know who we are. We don't know what phenomena inside the Dhamma phenomena are really important to observe. So the 30 princes realized within the two missing for other people is not important. Missing for ourselves is very important. So missing for ourselves is most important. So the search for ourselves is the most important. So they answered Buddha. Bande, the search for ourselves is the most important. When they answer Buddha, in this way Buddha told them, you sit down and I will give you a talk how to search for yourself. So they sat down to listen the talk from Buddha, how to search for their self. And Buddha taught the way to find their self by teaching accordingly. That means Dhanagata, Silagata, Sagagata, and Gamana Adinavagata, etc. So first Buddha taught them the Dhamma of Dhanagata, performing generosity, and then Silagata, keeping moral precepts. And due to the performing of Dana and Sila, generosity and morality, beings will be reborn in the celestial realms, good realms, that is Sagagata. After expounding the Sagagata, Buddha mentioned the faults of sensual pleasures. Apasada, sensual pleasures only give a little bit of enjoyment. That means we have to try hard to get sensual object, but when we enjoy, it can give a little bit of enjoyment, and after then it's gone. And Buddha, sensual pleasures cause a lot of suffering. Upayasa, it gives a lot of stress and misery. As these sensual pleasures are loved by many people, if you have these sensual objects, people try to steal, people try to get your sensual object. So these sensual objects, sensual pleasures are not reliable, and they can lead a lot of suffering to the owner. And these sensual objects were mixed with a lot of suffering, not totally 100% enjoyment a little bit, and suffering many. Buddha expounded the kinds of faults of sensual pleasures, and then Buddha taught Nikama Sukha, how to escape from sensual desire by becoming a practitioner, monk, and developing the jhanas, the true happiness of jhana sukha, vipassana sukha, mega sukha, phala sukha, and nirvana sukha. Buddha mentioned accordingly. And most people know the happiness of sensual pleasures. They don't know too much the happiness from jhana. Happiness came from vipassana. Happiness came from megaphala and nirvana. They don't know too much the kinds of true happiness, true sukha. At one time, non-believers asked Buddha, Buddha, do you have any sukha like King Bimbisara? So these non-believer thought Buddhas stay in the forest, So Buddha must have not too much sukha. They thought only just King Bimbisara have a lot of happiness to enjoy his royal pleasures. They thought. When these non-believer asked Buddha this question, Buddha replied, the happiness of lokiya pleasures, worldly pleasures, are mixed with stress, misery, worry, and a lot of suffering. Lokiya sukha or kama sukha, happiness from sensual pleasures, were mixed with a lot of suffering. But here, what Buddha's gain happiness from Palasamapatti or Nirodha Samapatti, that kinds of sukha was not mixed with any suffering. He can enjoy these Palasamapatti for 7 days, 100% sukha. He can enjoy. But here, lokiya sukha or sensual happiness, you can gain happiness for a moment, but a lot of suffering are mixed with the kinds of sensual pleasures. Also, yogi can enjoy from your practice jhana sukha, vipassana sukha. Practically, when you gain jhana, because you practice samatha meditation or vipassana meditation, and you are secluded from sensual desire, and you are free from akusala, evil, sloth and trouble, restlessness and worry, and skeptic and doubt, etc. Vivechewa kamehi, vivecha akusalahi dhammehi. So because of that seclusion from sensual desire, evil, sloth and trouble, restlessness and worry and doubt, you gain the kinds of happiness. And then when you reach the jhana that we arise with initial application, sustained application, accompanied by piti, zest, sukha, happiness, and free from unwholesome mental states. So that kinds of happiness is not mixed with any other suffering. Continuously happiness state you can gain. When Buddha expounded this talk accordingly, these 30 Bhadavagi princes were very satisfied with the Buddha teaching. So at that time, their minds were responsive, their minds were tender, hindrance-free, elated, and clear mind. The responsive, tender, hindrance-free, elated, and clear minds arose in these 30 princes. So in Bali, it is called Kanla Jaitam, Mudu Jaitam, Nivarana Jaitam, Udaga Jaitam, Pasana Jaitam. The kinds of mind is very agreeable with the Dhamma. Red Kanla Jaitam, that is very healthy mind. The mind is very responsive. Mudu Jaitam, the mind is very tender. Whatever Buddha pulled, the true, whatever Buddha pulled their mind in a correct way, the mind will absorb the truth. The mind is totally free from mental hindrances, sense desire, ill will, sloth and trouble, restlessness and worry, etc. The mind is so elated and happy. The mind is totally faithful in the true teaching. So at that moment, the mind, their mental states are ready to absorb the Dhamma. So can you follow me? That state of mind. The mind is responsive. The mind is tender. The mind is mental hindrances free. The mind is elated. The mind is clear and faithful. The mind is responsive. The mind is tender. The mind is mental hindrances free. The mind is elated. The mind is clear and faithful. So the mind is ready to absorb the true Dhamma. So at that moment, Buddha have to give thought, Buddha have to give the Dhamma of the Four Noble Truths. So Buddha gave to teach Four Noble Truths, dukkha, sacca, truth of suffering, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, arising and disappearing. Because of this nature, it is really suffering, dukkha, sacca. But the kinds of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and knowing are arising and disappearing continuously. People don't know because they do not observe. So if they do not understand the true nature, they arise tanha or craving. So that is the origin of suffering, the cause of suffering, tanha or dukkha sacca, or samudaya sacca. When dukkha sacca and samudaya sacca, the truth of suffering and the cause of suffering are extinguished, there come nirodha sacca, cessation of suffering. To realize the cessation of suffering, you need to develop Eightfold Path, right understanding, right thinking, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. That is Sila Samadhi Pinya you need to develop to realize the cessation of suffering, Nibbana. When Buddha expounded the Four Noble Truth, truth of suffering, truth of the cause of suffering, the truth of cessation of suffering, and the truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering, there arose in the 30 princes Dhamma Jagu, the noble eyes of the Dhamma. That Dhamma Jagu, noble eyes of the Dhamma, is stainless and free from impurity, free from mental defilements. So that is Dhamma Jagu arose in them. Yankinji Samudaya Dhammam Sabantan Nirodha Dhammam. Whatever Dhamma that have the nature of arising, those Dhammas have the nature of cessation. Whatever Dhamma, whatever phenomena that have the nature of arising, those phenomena have the nature of cessation. The kinds of Dhamma Jagu arose in the 30 princes. So Dhamma Jagu need to remember. Can you follow me? Whatever Dhamma that have the nature of arising, whatever Dhammas that have the nature of arising, those Dhammas have the nature of cessation. Those Dhammas have the nature of cessation. Whatever Dhammas that have the nature of arising, those Dhammas have the nature of cessation. That means these 30 Bhadavagi princes became enlightened. Normally Dhamma Jagu means Sotapati Mega. Here 30 princes, 30 Bhadavagiya princes became some Sotapanna, some Sagadagami, some Anagami, but no Arhan, only just 3, Sotapanna, Sagadagami, and Nagami. After becoming enlightened, or after becoming Sotapanna, Sagadagami, and Nagami, these 30 princes asked for ordination from the Buddha, Labeyaham Bande, Bhagavato Sandike, etc. And Buddha replied with Eta Bhikkhava, Swakato Dhammo Charab Jamachariyan Sammadukasa Antagiriyaya. Come, O bhikkhus, well taught is the Dhamma, strive for the next higher path, holy, for the sake of your complete cessation of suffering. That means they need to continue their practice to become Arahant. So these 30 princes had some parami in the previous life. Previous life they were the drunk men. When they have a chance to hear the talk from Dondila Big, our Bodhisattva, they listen the Dhamma carefully and restlessly, that kinds of parami is a cause for them to gain these kinds of enlightenment in this life. So any parami, dana, sila, nikama, etc., we should perform, we should fulfill. All dana parami, etc., are very reliable and dependable. So these 30 Bhattavagiya monks who kept only their 3 robes and bowl decided to see the Buddha in Jetavana monastery in Savatthi. However, they had to stop at Saketa because Vasa is approaching there. And after Vasa, they proceeded their journey to Savatthi, where Buddha stayed. At that time, it was raining very heavily, and the road is not very good. So these 30 monks were extremely fatigued. Their robes were wet, heavy, dirty. When they finally reached Jetavana monastery where Buddha stayed. On seeing their condition and listening to their plight, Buddha allowed them to accept the Kathina robes. So from that time on, Buddha allowed Sangha to accept the Kathina robes for the convenience for Sangha. So all devotees are here. You are going to offer Kathina robes to the members of the Sangha. As you probably know, there is an annual ceremony whereby an individual or groups offer robes to the members of the Sangha. We hope you will enjoy your dana. You would remember what is so special about your Kathina robes offering. And Kathina robes can be offered only during a specified period, which starts from the end of Vasa to the next full moon day. So only 1 month. In other words, Kathina robes offering can be performed between a day following the full moon day of October to the full moon day of November. Even during this 1 month, you can offer the Kathina robes to a monastery only once. So offering the Kathina robes to the Sangha is indeed a rare opportunity that only comes once in a year. And Kathina robes are to be offered to the Sangha and not to an individual monk. You need to offer only to the Sangha. And Sangha who accept the Kathina robes must have spent the whole 3 months in his monastery. And offering the Kathina robes is a rare opportunity for lay devotees, and also it is beneficial to the Sangha in more than one way. So So Sangha gets these 5 benefits also. We may call them 5 privileges of French benefits. These 5 benefits, the members of the Sangha and all the monks will enjoy until the full moon of March. Now there is another reason why you offer the robes to the Sangha, although it is not really connected to Kathina, it is also noteworthy. There's this teaching that offering to the Sangha brings more abundant results than offering to an individual monk. In order for your dana, in order for your charity to bring more abundant results, you perform dana to the Sangha. And you know, the Buddha's stepmother or foster mother called Mahapajapati Gautami, she wanted to offer the robes to the Buddha. And Buddha said, Gautami, offer robes to the Sangha. If you offer to the Sangha, I will also be virtually offered. For the second time, Gautami requested to the Buddha to accept. And for the second time, Buddha refused. And for the third time, again, Buddha refused. Now there was Venerable Ananda who could not stay silent. So he intervened and then said, Bande, please accept the robes offered by Gautami, because Gautami is very helpful to you. When your mother Mahamaya died, you are a child of 7 days old. She adopted you and she gave her own milk to you. Why she assigned her own son to other wet nurses. So she had done a lot for you, so please accept the robes. And also you are beneficial to Gautami, because through your Dhamma talk, Dhamma teaching, Gautami had become a Sotapanna. So he pleaded like that to the Buddha. Gautami offered the robes to the Sangha. Why did the Buddha tell Gautami to offer the robes not to himself but to the members of the Sangha? One answer is that the Buddha wanted Gautami to get more merits. If she offered to the Buddha, she got 1 merit. If she offered to the Sangha, including the Buddha, she got more merits. In order for Gautami to get more merits, Buddha said, Sanghe Dena Maphalam, offer this robe to the Sangha. Gautami, offer the robes to the Sangha. If you offer the robes to the Sangha, I will also be honored. Buddha said to Gautami. Now you are going to offer the Kathina robes to the Sangha, so you can be mindful. You can pay attention when you offer the robes to the Sangha. You offer to the Sangha, and as a Sangha, it is pure. Sanghas mean the community of monks, beginning from Venerable Sariputra, Venerable Mahamoggallana, and so on, until today. There can be no unvirtuous Sangha, there can be no impure Sangha. So offering made to that pure Sangha, we bring abundant results to you. So that is why you offer robes to the Sangha. But the main thing is that Kathina robes are offered to the Sangha, and the Sangha gives it to an individual monk so that the Kathina ceremony can be performed. Along with it, you should understand that offering to the Sangha brings more abundant results than offering to an individual monk. So you will offer to the Sangha with this understanding in your minds, so that Sangha will be able to give the robes to an individual monk. The individual monk can perform the Kathina ceremony, and all the Sangha can get 5 benefits. So you are offering or your Kathina robe dana will also bring more abundant results. And also, while offering the Kathina robes to the Sangha, you're really happy. Then you are mindful all the time. All the yogis, some yogis are here. 1 month continuously, they have been practicing. Any mental state you need to capture, you can capture the feeling of pity, and if you practice is keen enough and sufficiently developed, you will realize how that mental state are arising and passing away. And if you understand the reality of nature, dukkha, and anatta, in this way you can gain the ultimate peace. So we have to end our discourse for today. May all Kathina donors be well, happy, and peaceful. May you all attain ultimate peace. May all your offering and may all Kathina robes offering be a strong support for you. May you all be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu.